But it is going to be off the table. And man, how many times have you seen Corki first pick blue side today? Am I wrong saying this is like the third time? Or even, I don't think fourth. I think Clemmer might be busy and just not available for today, which is why you've got to have subs, right? But how well are they going to be able to play with a sub instead of Clemmer, which is part of the main composition? That is the question that's just about to be answered as we're slowly going to be making our way into game numero uno. Silent Wolf. Okay?
Yeah.
Are you furry?
Okay. That's a hard question to answer, Max. I can neither confirm nor deny this question. Like,
Okay, we shall change subject entirely. This is going way too far. Okay, game number one of this matchup of Fast Bay Wildcats going up against none other than Team Queso. No big five-man groups like Trovan earlier versus the side of Na'Vi, but things are going to be looking interesting as you're going to be having a little bit of a sneaky lane swap already from both sides. Raka, Zaya going into the bottom side, slowly making their way towards the top side of the Baron lane. And you got Ibu, memorized, currently ready to take the fight. But Zaya Rakan, and you know, in the current meta, Zaya Rakan was how the meta shifted in patch 2.1a. They are one of the strongest bottom lane duos, I do have to say, as unfortunately Flankton going to be regretting to check out that bush. Does get stunned away, but will be able to jump straight back to the safety of Kaze.
I like that we take Desire here over the crown, make that duo love happen here in this top side. Over in the Baron lane, not in the Dragon, albeit, but when you see the hurt already going on to Misfortune, those Sever's going to fly all over Ibu. Is all he can do is tank for more up. It will be Katzen now to have that advantage, and at priority, he'll be able to now let those minions slowly push up, reset, maybe go get those items on board first, be able to then come back as full health. But albeit, they're going to try now pressure for a second wave and extend their lead even further.
After a good start in mid also, good jump back. Rui is going to be getting himself a nice little trafe onto Gandalf. Let's see if he's going to let him pass in this matchup. But in the bottom side, Camille into a Malphite. So this is a winning matchup for the Malphite, especially when he hits level 3, which is the case right now. Camille's going to struggle to go for those trades, and because of his passive, getting those burrows every few seconds, he should be looking really good. And I'm really wondering here, this Malphite, is he going to go down the tanky route, or is he going to go for the AP route? Because I'm looking at this, I'm seeing a lot of potential AD getting built for Wildcats. So that Malphite, that should mean just go straight up for a crap ton of armor, and he's just going to be impossible to kill in this game.
Indeed, it's going to be the tankiness that comes out with the Jarvan, with the Braum, with the Malphite here as well for the side of Team Queso come late game. The potential engage as well, the combinations. We know how brutal that Malphite can be if he manned that 3-man, 4-man stun onto the enemies. But what will be crucial here to stop him and force a split push and separate out Team Queso and deny that full team composition to work is this Camille in that lane as well here, Mag. We know, but alongside of Fiora, Camille, one of the strongest split pushers in the game, and one of the few heroes that I think one of the few champions here in this game that can actually go toe-to-toe with the pressure that a Malphite puts out early game.
I think that overall his character that is fun to play in games. They not the most infamous one, but then the bottom side, what's happening with Camille? Going to try and jump away. The flash is going to be available, and so is the barrier. Going to make it on through. Great. Oh my god, the hectic ultimatum on the tower. If he survives, that is going to be illegal. The last tower shot is not connecting onto Acolyte. Man, he must be sweating buckets after that one. Can Homeless? I mean, I was going to say feels bad, but that's actually a big feels good, man.
That was a big turnaround and crucial for that first blood, not to go over to that Malphite, not to allow that Malphite to extend their lead even further, but more importantly, that ulti will be down and not available for this Ocean Dragon fight, and that's a big part of CC, but isn't going to be available for Team Queso come around this Ocean Dragon. The fact that Camille survives, it doesn't give away anything for it apart from the own ulti, which isn't as impactful in a team fight as a whole, I believe, compared to the Malphite, will be crucial as these teams get their items set up, as this Zaya and Rakan will make their way down to the bot side and prepare alongside the rest of the team for that first dragon.
There we go. Things are slowly going to be kicking into gear as the Drake, you just said it, is going to be coming up very soon. 8 seconds to go. No big vision control from both sides. So they're going to be a little bit in the unknown. A little bit of a last-second recall also from this Corki. You're looking for it. Flash away from Ebu to make sure Lee Sin can't close that gap. Wildcats, they're really looking for this opportunity, and now you can hear it. Corki is ready to engage, hopefully very soon. Mid lane is going to get shoved. That's a wave that's going to soak it up. They can't quite find the first plate, but because of this Ziggs, any damage you're able to find on this tower later on could result in the tower going down because of the passive of Ziggs. Katze going to have to ult away to safety. Should be good. But now they're going for the Drake when Katze is not ready. I do not think this is a good idea from Wildcats. You're in a very scary position here, my friend. As D&D going to get sandwiched upon. Gandalf is going to be left very deep. No Cataclysm coming out because Andres Zed knows exactly he can't pin that Corki down. It's Camille.
There's no flash Misfortune.
Yeah.
If he jump onto Misfortune, there's no ulti for the Malphite either, but now his fight goes longer. Maybe it starts to come up. 2,000 health on the Dragon.
Great engage coming out from the Rakan. He's going to be CCing up everyone with a charm. That's a huge engage. It's not looking good. Team Queso, they're still on the forefront of this engagement. Can Hopeless does pick up one kill onto the Misfortune. She was a little bit too close for comfort. And this is going to be the Wildcats getting absolutely obliterated out of that one. Brom going to dive on through. Pops the flash. We'll have to recall back, unfortunately. This is going to be looking pretty scary. But Team Queso puts this Dragon down to now 1,000 HP. They're going to smite it up. And that is going to be worthwhile for Team Queso every single day of the goddamn week.
Team Queso, these long extended fights that we just saw, that Ocean Dragon is going to help monumentally here for them. And decide a fast play, but looking to try and engage, looking to try to take something back, but we're already dipped out of there. And Team Queso, they run away, and it won't be the Cats take the cheese now for themselves in this early game. It will instead be the 2,000 gold lead almost. In fact, make it actually about 2k going over the Queso alongside that Dragon. As that Rift Herald also comes up in the board, you see Braum positioning around it, puts the vision down, won't find any anti-vision. No, they get the skull as well. And then they're going to maybe position themselves around that blue side jungle and look for a pick against Fast Pay Wildcats.
I'm liking this. Very chill game from both sides. Nothing too substantial happening in this early game, which normally the early game is where is decided which team takes to win. At least a lot of the time that is going to be the case. As Corki moving on down. A few pokes coming down to Acolyte. Acolyte checking out his build path. He is going to be going with... Oh, he's going to go tank. Yes, I love in this. This is what I want to see coming out from Acolyte. Tank Malphite is the way against a full AD composition. That is what you want to see happen. Herald picked up. And we're going to be going away of Team Queso.
You see, Team Queso will be able to snipe that one up. That will be the second objective. They immediately take it through with the pressure, but the base race and turrets here will come out on the tier 2 side, as it will be the tier 2 bot lane to fall, and that's going to extend a big advantage come next Dragon. Only Malphite will be able to stop this, but Shelly, the meanwhile, still full health, going to take her way down onto the second tier turret on top, and there's only 2 players up here, Durkan and Zaya. They will lose that turret. Shelly's now going to go down. Won't find that pick onto the 3rd tier turret. Or maybe she will. Who knows? It will be a close one. If she will be able to take that knock, will be a little bit of damage going on to that final turret in the top side. But a reposition over back into this mid lane. Push the minions back in onto Gandalf. Reset back to base. Be able to reset through the jungle. And then come back as that Dragon comes back up for round number 2.
This is exactly why you play Ziggs. And I think that if this was any other game, was any other composition, I think that Herald pop in top was maybe somewhat of a risk. You were risking to lose it instantly. But because that is Ziggs, they could easily keep that Herald up to 100% HP, as you saw as she was cracking onto the second turret, because Ziggs was able with his passive to crack it down instantly. So I think this is a situation, if you want to use Ziggs to his full potential, you want to look for those early game pushes to get that goal to come your way and get in a way more comfortable position. Because as of right now, in an 8-minute game, it is 2,000 gold going the way of Team Queso, which is not an insane amount by any stretch of the imagination, but is something to still keep in mind, as Team Queso could slowly start to steamroll a goal lead in their favor. But back to a little bit of a passive state. Oh, I take it back. Maybe not for long. A big roam is going to be happening top. Team Queso, Acolyte's going to be looking in a pretty dire position. Does have the ultimate to ult to safety if needed, but the follow-up of team of the Wildcats is just not going to be there. So that is going to be Acolyte remaining safe and sound, at least for now.
But what we did do by roaming up to top with the Camille actually opens pressure in this mid lane, but they're not going to be able to find a turret, albeit this Ziggs not able to be able to blow open that 1st tier turret and allow that side lane entrances into the mid lane to allow more pressure. Combat Dragon, as it is 20 seconds coming up. They're looking for instead that turret in the bot side, but won't be able to find that one either, as the minions just not surviving long enough for them to find any objectives, as a real objective in this game by Cloud Dragon going to come up on our screens. The vision going to be cleared, but there's no vision anyways there to clear. Only going to be the one cone of vision for the side of Team Queso in that brush. And maybe try pick up on Gandalf. Brawn positioning here.
You just said cone, and I don't know why I thought about ice cream. That shows how much of a fat guy I actually am.
That's how it's obviously supper time for you, dude. Midnight snack coming up.
Dude, I literally got some.
Probably about 11 o'clock for you.
After this show ends, I literally got an entire pot of Ben and Jerry waiting for me in the freezer. Okay?
Dude, don't. Oh man.
You said don't cook, dude. It's cookie dough Ben and Jerry.
Dude, don't you dare. I hate you.
Oh,
so
dude,
much,
I'm gonna destroy that ice cream. You know it.
But the brownie from the Ben and Jerry's, dude, is just so good. Just some chocolate ice cream. You cannot beat it.
Damn. I don't know if we're talking about beating ice creams here. We're going to see if Team Queso can beat the side of Wildcats, as Gandalf going to be a little bit adventurous, pushing forward, but he can be slippery regardless, so he should be A-okay as the roaming coming on through. Malphite going for the teleport, and you know the ult is going to be coming out, and that's the instant respect play from Wildcats. They see the Malphite spawning in, they're like, nope, get me the hell out of here. Malphite's going to ult us. We do not want to take this fight anymore, so that's some good respect coming out from Wildcats overall.
But it does zone them away from this dragon, and they're desperate here to start it up. The Lee Sin potentially kicks over, and you see instead of that dragon, they're looking to put a pressure and a priority over that mid lane to then open up to that Cloud Dragon. And now that those minions are pushing in, it will be the Rakana. It's time to dive in.
Oh, Gandalf is so low. They pop also the extra shield. Lock and enchant will be used. No PC trying to look for an opportunity, but unfortunately for the Wildcats, they're a little bit too low to be able to actually take this fight head on. They're going to be denied. Malphite go for the ultimate, and that's exactly what you're expecting. Paired into the bullet time, that's going to be an extra pop onto no PC. The Lee Sin is gone, and because of that, they have no more smites remaining. And that's going to be an easy peasy Drake coming their way. But though, there's been some split pushing happening from the Camille, so they are trying to trade something at least for the Wildcats.
At least Camille is doing that gold job for herself, going to be able to, when she comes into those fights again, be able to really make an impact because of the gold she has been picking up all to herself in that top lane, all the minions she's been picking up as well. You see, in her build, though, she has picked up that Trinity Force, now looking for a second item onto the Sterix Gauge, potentially, and then be able to increase her lead even further from there. Even the Lee Sin, though, already onto those two items, onto Yumo's Ghostblade, onto the Guardian Angel, as we even see now those third items coming through, potential Desire. But on the other side, though, so much further ahead with that slight gold lead, with those dragons, you see them all picking up now their third tier 3 item along with their spell here, even Malphite now going in with that Frostborn Gauntlet with the Sunfire Cake. You know that it will be that engage onto the damage, onto the slow, to just lock up completely any single member that gets called out by any ability they throw out.
I love these two stasis enchants coming out from Nova, going to be on top of the Ziggs and also from the Misfortune, so that's going to be for Ebu and Riz. To survive the lockdown from the Ectic Ultimatum, that will be big. A little bit of a sneaky play coming out, of course, from the Northern flanked on himself. Going to find a little sneaky flank on the side and pop the knock-up, but Team Queso are going to be remaining really healthy. Corki goes back to base. He knows his ult is about to pop back up, so he's ready to engage for the next fight if possible. As Camille, a little bit too far out of position, and she's about to get punished. One more basic attack, and she's going to get stunned. Hectic ultimatum, but that's the waste of an ultimate. I would call it. Was he able to survive? Oh, no. That's going to be the Malphite ultimate, missing the mark entirely, not doing too much, and now they have overstepped their welcome. And Desire, this is her time to shine, as she can hit those CC any time of the goddamn week. Does the feather recall, unfortunately not connecting as I would expect. Corki ulted down by the Ziggs. Boom, he goes. And Team Queso initiated properly. Then I think went a little bit too far, and they instantly regretted their decision.
And because they're so low, because Desire can't contest, they look towards the Baron, but equally so are Team Queso. And that Baron does a heck of a lot of damage in this version of League of Legends. You need to have that full health at this point if you've not got that massive lead, which they don't. It's only the 4,000 and the 2 dragons. Going to have to reset, and unfortunately not able to take that objective, although they do have vision priority over it. Now it will actually fall down, though, but they have the control over in that blue side jungle. You see the ward down in that entrance into the mid lane. You see the ward down over that blue buff as well, the clearing vision, and you can see them definitely setting up here and for priority over this dragon as they prepare to maybe start it.
I think they could try and threaten it, especially because currently the team that's still in the lead pretty heavily is going to be Team Queso. They got themselves a nice goal lead for them. Redemption comes out, so that's not going to be available for the next fight. It's going to be a big winning condition potentially for Team Queso, as that does tend to heal quite a bit. Lee Sin, you got to be careful where you're going. The sweeper comes out. They can spot it out. Jarvan instantly goes for the Cataclysm, but no, the Lee Sin. If you knew that was Lee Sin, you know that Cataclysm was going to be a waste. And that is a big ultimate that's just not going to be available for that next fight, potentially.
Yeah, I feel like Team Queso are getting a bit too eager with their gold lead here, and especially keep in mind that Dragon is also going to be coming up very, very shortly. And because that Dragon then comes up the next minute, but yes, if they try fight around Baron, maybe they can try bait it out and take it, but if they lose, and then not only do fast pay Wildcats to get a Baron, they also then have priority in the lane over that next Mountain Drake.
I saw Malphite's not here, but Malphite, let's not forget, he's actually got himself a teleport. So if he wants to really get into this, is something... Oh, he's going to be... Oh, there you go. There's a teleport. I was expecting it to happen eventually. And he spotted out with a vision. And like, oh, man, they respect this Malphite so much. It's so insane to see that coming out from the Wildcats. Ultimate from Ziggs. Not going to connect on anyone, unfortunately. That's a little bit of a waste. But Rakan on the backside, he's getting so much CC, but his team is just not there. And now they go for the re-engage. Great double man knockup coming out from the Jarvan. And this is just looking like it's going to be a fight already dead in the books. Kadze going to be taken down. Jarvan goes for it once more. Though, oh, Camille, she joins the party a little bit late, but it doesn't matter. Cataclysm, as she flashes straight through. This might just be the comeback opportunity. Lee Sin is still alive, though. The hope is still there for the Wildcats. They're also low, but no PC having to move away from that one, and he will not be able to find the two remaining kills onto Team Queso. That was a lot of back and forth in that fight, Highland.
Yeah, Camille finally shows up with a gold lead that she's been keeping to herself all game, but not fast enough. And I think slightly split come towards the end of the fight. Yes, they did get a good start initially, but they weren't able to clean up those final members from the side of Team Queso, despite the fact that Rakan initially, as you say, doing so much work to delay enough time for his team to be able to put up the damage. Jarvan repositions around his Drake, gets a vision around it, but won't be able to control it for now. It will be fast-paced positioning for their first Drake of the game. Need to take this one up to stop the snowball of the objectives as Team Queso, then Malphite comes in, and you can know that 5-0 and Malphite looking to make it even more.
Drake going to be initiated upon. Seems like it's just a little bit of a leash trying to take it further their way. Gonna get the reset. Corki going really deep. Gandalf, you gotta be careful. They're not able to punish it. They do bump it backwards. Gandalf, the Hector. Oh my god, there you go. That's coming out. What a great Glacial Fissure from the Braum to close off the engage. But Camille way too deep on that one, feeling way too confident. And she's gonna regret that decision instantly. And this is gonna be Wildcats from the very start of that fight, split away from each other, unable to assist each other. And as a team, they shall indeed go down as only Lee Sin and Camille remain alive, and their towers in mid, they are crumbling to pieces.
You see, Camille gonna try and make that base race happen, but my friend, Camille, is not gonna happen because the full tenor of the side of Team Queso are here, and because Camille did not go back, they're looking to try and end the game. They will be able to do it, and that will go for game number 1 over to the side of Team Queso, because as we talked about that final matchup, that final fight there in this game, and it was just completely split. You saw the side of Gandalf jumping in with the Corkies too.